couple weeks ago, we did a video about deductible and 3 estimates, types of contractors. And I wanted to dive a little deeper into that because we got a lot of questions about, well, why are these adjusters, why do they keep telling me get 3 estimates? Why, is that such a widely accepted practice? Now, I'm going to start out by saying, I'm not telling you not to do your homework. Obviously, research, talk to friends, talk to family, figure out the right contractor. But when it comes to an insurance claim, getting 3 estimates is not a good idea. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, an adjuster often is going to say, make sure you get 3 estimates. Now, why do they want you to get 3 estimates? Right? You start by asking yourself that. Why do they care about 3 different estimates? Why aren't they telling you, pick a contractor you trust, send us the bill. Make sure they're honest, make sure they're going to do a good job. That's what they should be telling you to do because they should want the job done right. They're insuring the property. But they know if you get 3 estimates, more than likely, you're going to end up with some lowball cheap estimate from an unprofessional cheap contractor, and you're going to likely end up saving them money when you say, hey, here's the 3 estimates I got. Okay, yeah, perfect. Go ahead and use ABC Roofing. Looks like they're going to do it for $7,000. They must be a fair contractor because they're charging less. Absolutely not. All you're doing is saving your insurance company money. If you think you're going to profit, watch the last video so you can learn all the ins and outs of that. So the only reason they're going to recommend this is so they can save money, right? They're not overpaying. The insurance company spends a lot of time and a lot of resources determining the fair market value, and they don't go a penny over. Okay, they're not overpaying and saying, oh, look, like we gave you a little extra money and now ABC Roofing is going to do it for a little cheaper. So, they're a fair contractor. We're just going to pay what they're going to charge. They're not overpaying. So anybody coming in below the insurance pricing, you should be wary of it. Okay, if it's a $20,000 insurance claim and somebody says even they can do it for $19,000, you should think, well, why are they below fair market value? Where are they cutting their costs to be able to give me a discount, right? It's the cheap contractors that have to offer discounts in order to get your business. So the insurance company is not overpaying. They love it when you get discounts because that means they're getting a discount. Now we're going to go to, well, what happens if you pick your contractor and you say, hey, Mr. Adjuster, this local, honest, experienced contractor came highly recommended, and I'm going to go ahead and use, just say ZCI. And your adjuster says, well, no. You don't want to use them. They always overcharge. They're going to supplement for things that are, just unreasonable. No. They're tortiously interfering with the contract you have with us, first of all. And second of all, you should ask, well, can you put that in writing? Can you put all this in writing as to why you don't think I should use this contractor? Are they dishonest? Or are they just making you guys pay for what you should have paid to begin with, so you're having to pay the full claim? They want you to pick someone cheap, so they don't have to pay the full claim. Now, rewind. This is not every adjuster, okay? There are plenty of reasonable, honest adjusters who write a pretty good scope right away and approve reasonable and legitimate supplements. However, on the other side of that coin, there are a lot of adjusters who, for some reason, think that the insurance company's bank account is their personal bank account, and they get bent out of shape when they have to write a check for the full loss. Okay? So, if an adjuster starts trying to dissuade you from a contractor, get the exact reason why, and try to get them to put it in writing, because if they won't, that means they know they're disparaging the company, they're probably causing a loss of business. It might even be, legal action that could be taken against them for what they're doing. And it's all because they're trying to save their company money rather than put your house back together properly. And again, this isn't all adjusters. Okay, so this brings us to the 3 types of contractors that might give you 3 different wide variety of estimates, and you wonder, what the heck? Like, how are these all for the same work? They're probably not, first off, okay? You have your cheap contractors. These are the ones who have to offer discounts in order to get your business. These are the ones who fall into the 95% failure rate of contractors because they aren't charging enough to pay for their overhead. They're not charging enough to make a profit to stay in business. They may not have the right insurance. They may not have workers' comp. They're, paying deductibles. They're letting you profit on the claim. They're not charging nearly enough of the fair market value to stay in business. Okay, beware of an estimate that comes in lower than the insurance estimate, especially if it's wildly lower. Run, okay? The second type is storm chasers. These are the type that spring up overnight after you had hail. They're the ones that are knocking on your door the next morning, getting, your free inspections, and they usually do it for the insurance price. They might waive your deductible or give you some type of sign in the yard, whatever, marketing budget, but watch my last video about that because, again, that's a no-go, okay? And then the third type, professional expert contractors. We don't have to give discounts in order to get business, and for that same reason, we aren't tempted to cut corners when it comes to quality because we know we've charged the correct amount, the fair market value, we know our overhead's covered, we know we made a good profit. We want to do a great job for you at that point. Our only focus at that point is providing the absolute best customer service we can. And if we make a mistake, we're fixing it right away. And we'll be here in 10 years when you need us again, or when if something goes wrong with some of the work we did. Okay, so take that into account during your insurance claim. Make sure you're asking the right questions to your adjuster who may not have, your best interest in mind. Make sure you do your homework on your contractors. Now, stepping back a bit on a retail bid, do your homework. Just look at who's good. And then if you want to get a couple quotes to see where different prices fall or, the different information that each person gives you, because there are a lot of professionals who could, give you different information. But as far as insurance claims, it does you no good to just get a bunch of estimates, right? You're just putting your work out for bid, and the insurance company is going to want you to use the cheapest company, which is going to be likely the least quality and the least likely to stay in business. I hope this helps. Have a great week.